us trying to dial that back, we felt that a ball differential was going to be great. And this unfortunately opened a whole can of worms. So we will talk more about that can of worms in next week's episode, episode 9. Welcome to week 9. This week, we're going to talk about that can of worms. So I took it to a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet helped me kind of make sense of all of our data that we were trying to kind of consume and go over. So I'll have you look at this with me. I went through and I laid out all of the modifications we've made to the chassis so far, and also included some future modifications that we had planned or intended for Project RTR. And we were getting up there as far as all of the things that we have added, but we were still going to be in search of now this ball diff, the straight gear transmission, the MB rear suspension or active toe, and also the rear dog bones for those, as well as the CarX, both upper and lower, carbon shock towers, and the carbon battery tray. So those 6 remaining mods alone were going to cost us in the neighborhood, I believe this says, yes, $511.92. So this got us talking, and in going over some of the components and things that come on the 2.5 RS chassis, it essentially had all of our remaining mods, and the total for that car brand new is $350, $349.99. So from a simple economic standpoint, we're going to save $200 and have an entire chassis extra to get those 6 remaining parts. So for us, it was kind of a no-brainer. So in this week's episode, I want you to welcome the newest rendition of Project RTR. This is our brand new 2.5 RS. And I guess I should say it's our brand new used, lightly used. We picked it up from a local. And as awesome as it worked out, we ended up getting it for a little bit of a discount over factory price. So saved even a little bit more money. And that helped justify those really nice Accuvance electronics you saw last week in episode 8. Click that if you want to watch that now. So real quick, we'll go back through all of the things. I can kind of explain this thinking a little bit better. Okay, so we have all of our pricing for all of these upgrade parts that we were looking to do. And this was just kind of generic pricing based on, say, it was the MST kit versus maybe going to a Rogue kit from Beast Mode, or a different manufacturer of a carbon kit that we could pick up for the car. The MST's straight gear transmission, the new 4-gear, that is the updated version of their transmission for the 2.5. That kit with the new ball diff is $171. So it's pretty spendy. And you get down here to the bottom, if you were to do all the mods that we wanted to do and have done so far, I mean, we're talking $1,450 said and done. And that's not even including the cost of the aftermarket electronics or your radio. So a significant spend. And for us, it was, again, a question of economics. And do we, waste an extra few $100s, or do we save this extra few $100s? So knowing that we had $511 worth of modifications remaining, it was a no-brainer. Got the new chassis for that. Now, one additional thing I want to mention is, because we got a second chassis and we saved all of our old electronics that we have upgraded, minus our servo, we transferred that to the new chassis, and also our stealth mounts and our rear ESC plate. We have a complete secondary car now. So let's say we put a new servo back in, another rear ESC plate, and just some body posts, and we'll let the new owner decide if they want stealth mounts or not. That's $90 more in spend on that ready to run car without a body. And I think we could resell that for $325. To be completely honest, it's in excellent condition. There's not scratches or anything on it. Everything's pre-tuned. We know it slides great. It's just going to be drop the stock stuff in there and let somebody else take it to what they want it to be. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. And I hope this does not, deter or take away from our Project RTR. It has suited us very well. But if you're still holding on here on the other side and practicing and learning about your car, keep driving your RTR. And when it comes time to make some of these upgrades, ask yourself the question, are you ready to really spend $500 extra to do the same things you could for $350? I think most of you would answer, I'm going to do the latter, and you get a much more equipped chassis because of it. So definitely some things to consider. Why don't you take a look at the new chassis for yourself? And I think we could all agree it slides pretty nicely.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.
Forward grip. It does. Kind of stuff. Yeah, it's right on the edge of loose, but you can be fast with it. What does it need? Speed, side grip. That's it. Hey, drive this.
I can't drive.
I know, but you got the coat on, so it looks like you can.
I know, but... Oh, I got a coat on, so
Things are not going well.
Oh yeah, that's style.
So what does it need?
A little top end speed, that's about it. Transition felt really great, really smooth on the turns too. Torque, it had a lot of torque. Sure it's not Yokomo?
What would you like more if it had?
Feels really similar to my chassis, YD2 RX.
Okay. For speed?
More
side by? Okay.
Because like at some points I'm sideways in transition.
Yep.
I like full throttle almost. Like, I don't know, not full throttle. High throttle.
Yep.
Maybe it's my fault I'm not carrying momentum, but could use anything, what would you do to it?
If it had more low-end drivability,
You could change anything on it. What would you change?
just strictly low-end speed, movement, everything, steering, everything there.
Okay.
Just low-end drivability, so that way you could, like right up into the fast section, you don't have to dig in, stay on it so full throttle to really catch up with anybody. You can be on it low end.
Okay. The radio.
Yeah. Car drives fine. Now it's radio.
I know, I turned it on. I made it all happy. What does it need?
Front grip. I don't know how, but it just needs front grip. Other than that, I like it.
Stop messing up my shot! Just kidding, just kidding. So Randall was gonna leave like 25 minutes ago, but here he is.
I just looked at my phone like that. I had to get a good feel for it. Now that I can drive it, I think
Randall, 2 hours later.
pretty nasty, dude.
2 hours later.
One more left.
Just one more.
5 hours later.
Like, what do you think it needs for you to be like, I like it?
I want more
love it.
grip out of it.
More grip.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the rear specifically. That felt good.
While the chassis has received a warm welcome from all of our locals, it has been noted by multiple parties that they would like to drive it with more grip, myself included. So in the coming weeks, we will be in search of building more grip with our chassis, both from some suspension and dynamic changes, as well as some fine tuning of all of our geometries around the chassis. Make sure you stay tuned, and if you enjoyed our updated episodes, drop a comment below. Don't forget to stop by scalesciencerc.com if you're in search of any of the products you've seen used here. We'll catch you next week.